So we see you kind of really briefly in the train station sequence at the end.
Yeah.
And like, it's really nice to see that Draco's there and his life's going on. And I know that they shot that twice. And I'm curious about what the first version looked like, what you guys looked like, and then
Sure.
what kind of difference the second one, the reshoot, made.
Well, I confess to be able to give you no knowledge of this because I only shot it once.
Really?
I was called back for the reshoot, and then a day before they said, actually, you're fine.
Really?
I think it was something to do with the length of it, of the speech that the kids had with their parents, and something about the angle. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
But the long short of it was our little 2-second shot was
So you never went through any different makeup tests or anything like
well,
that?
yeah, heavily before,
Okay, before
the
that,
first
yeah.
test. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think how other people look different, because I obviously wasn't there for the reshoots, but I saw the first one, so Rupert looked a bit different, and that was about it. I think it's hard to put.
So what do they put on you? They just give you a wig and some...
Everything. I mean, you've got a balding wig to give you a receding hairline. They give you these things like the crow's eyes at the end of your eyes to sort of make your eyes look a bit scrunchy. Little plastic things here to give you like an extra jowl, I think they call it. The goatee, the wig. Yeah, it's pretty extensive, man.
Did you feel like they were being kind of unfair? You're like, I'm not going to look like this one.
Tell you what, I was like 19 years, and I was like, have you seen Jason Isaacs? He's 50. I didn't even. I look like his dad. It's ridiculous.
Well, the flashback to this movie is like Alan Rickman hasn't aged in 10 years. He looks exactly the same.
This is the wonders of Wizardry World.
I know, things don't change that much. I have a very specific bookie question for you. Why aren't Crabbe and Goyle with you in the Room of Requirement? Why do they add Blaze in there?
There was some confusion, I think there was, or some difficulties getting back one of the actors. To be honest with you, I don't know the full story about this one. I know it was something that was fairly late decided, as I recall. I forget the actual reason why, but we were very happy with it. It was nice to have Louis there who plays Blaze. He's a really good actor.
Well, you guys are in there scrambling together.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have someone to get along with.
Yeah, he's very fit as well. He's very athletic, which was essential, man. We were both knackered by the end of it.
Yeah.
We just kept climbing up. Climbing down. They're like, climbing up.
I mean, that's not just probably one of your biggest action sequences, one of the biggest one they've done in the movie.
Yeah, certainly for us, and there was hardly any fire there on the day. There were bits, but when we saw it
we're not going to get you guys near fire.
Jesus Christ, there was loads of it. It was amazing. I was like, where was I when that happened? So it was kind of cool to look back at.
You were climbing up the thing and
climbing
back down the thing. When Draco doesn't have a lot of lines in this. That's what really interesting. It's a lot of like shots and just looking and kind of deciding and changing his mind.
Sure.
And you kind of think back to being 11 and being snide and having all these lines and the way that the character has changed. Is that something? Have you grown with him in that way, where it's gone from being like outwardly snotty to having that kind of conflict?
I hadn't thought about it like that, but that's a great way of looking at it. Where when you are snotty, you're quick to talk, and you've got generally the most. I was talking about it earlier, saying the most cocky people, the most arrogant, are usually the ones that do have troubled childhoods. They just don't realise it when they're children. It's only when they get sort of 16, 18 and they think, wait a minute, I wonder if my dad's really quite the wonderful influence on me that I once thought he was. And clearly Draco goes through that, the last few years. He just doesn't think he's in a good position at all. The sad thing about it is that he doesn't have any choice. His hands are kind of tied from day one, really, which is quite a sad bit of the story.
Yeah. Well, when did you realize that he was going to be growing in that way? Did you sit down with J.K. Rowling and she tell you, or did you just get the books?
I just got the 6th book, and as soon as I read, actually, I got the.
Is it the 6th book
where he has a slight change of you see a new sort of conscience or whatever. And I picked it up and said, right, I'm going to read a chapter a week. That's what I said to myself, a chapter a week. So I wanted to make sure I string it out for as long as possible.
Because what were you shooting at that point?
I forget. Maybe
something.
End of 4, beginning of 5, or in between, I'm not sure. And my friend got it, and she rang me up a day later and said, yada, 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 yada. You have to read this, you have to read that. So I read it in 2 days, and then was very excited by it. And obviously, it was cool. I always envisioned him kind of going just a one-way route, and it was nice to kind of turn it on his head. It was slightly worrying to think, oh my god, now what am I going to do? How am I going to, can we change it kind of thing? But yeah, thanks to David and all the great actors, they made it very easy.
Yeah, well, when you're a kid and I think when you're a kid, you can only understand a couple of different levels of a character. I mean, did you understand him then as just being totally bad, and then even before you knew he was going to go good, did you start understanding him more?
No, I mean, I just a slimy git, that was it. That was really it. There was no, oh yeah, but your dad. Actually, it was nice in the second film because you see tiny elements of the fact that
you see the family.
When his dad's there, it's like, that's why he's like that, because his dad's like that. But you still don't really see the, you still see kind of Draco think this is the way it is and this is the way that I want it to be. But it's only in the last couple of years that you really see him think, I don't want to do this anymore. And yeah, I never saw it coming, to be honest with you, but it was a really nice change as and when it did.
Can you look back on those performances when you were so young, the first couple movies? Can you watch them, and are you proud of them?
Yeah. And we're very proud of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I never want to get the cross wires here. We're very proud of them because without them, obviously, we wouldn't be here today. But I defy any adult actor to look back at a performance when they were 11 and go, "That was brilliant."
Yeah.
You were brilliant, because it's the same. I'm sure I speak with all the cast. It's the same for Daniel and for Rupert. None of us like to look back at us when we're still.
Most of us are pretty lucky not to be on film when we're 11.
Yeah, exactly,
so we can just...
and we're documented rather heavily, so it's kind of cringeworthy. But like I said, we're still very very proud of them, obviously.
What was your last day of shooting for this?
Officially was the Room of Requirement. Sorry, Room of Requirement. The Platform 9 3/4.
Oh, okay.
Doing the stuff as an older geezer.
Okay.
I did do one last night shoot of Draco walking away from the battle scene by himself, but they obviously went with a different. They went with the one with me and my mum, so that wasn't used. But yeah, those were the last couple of days we did.
So it sounds like you were done before a lot of the other people were.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, obviously Dan, Rupert, and Emma, they were there to the bitter end.
Yeah.
I was kind of let off a couple of weeks before that, so it was alright.
Was that tough for you to be done and have everyone else to be going around and you're like, okay, bye?
No, it was better. It was better. I was really glad that I wasn't there on the day that Daniel and Rupert finished, because they got out a whole video of them when they were kids.
Yeah.
They were surrounded by all their friends and family. Of course they're going to start blowing their eyes out. That's terrible. That's a punishment.
They let you off the hook for
Mine
that.
was very easy. They just did a little, we'd like to thank Tom Felton for his 10 years of service, yada yada yada, see you later. And I was like, later on, off you go. And we went back next week for the wrap party and loads of other stuff. So it wasn't the last time we went down to the studios.
We've also been. I mean, you've got a lot of work coming up. And you're in another movie this summer. You've got other movies going on. You've set yourself up for a lot. Was there a transitional period between this and being able to take on other projects, or were you pretty anxious to get out there?
I was very anxious. It was about a week really before.
Really?
Yeah. I just said, look, man, don't want to be sitting on my hands for 6 months waiting for this to come out. I want to be working. And I got very lucky with projects that I was very excited about, and immediately said, as soon as they said Planet of the Apes, I was like, I'm there.
Yeah.
And then it only got better when they started listing who was in it and who was directing it and what it was about. And when I read it, I was blown away. So yeah, I was very, very, very grateful.
Are you playing an American in that?
Yes.
Oh, we're excited about your accent.
Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, I've been doing some ADR for it actually, which has been interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I confess I didn't realize you were in it until I saw it in the trailer. I was like, what?
Yes, which is nice. Yeah, I like the fact that they're not sort of. I'm hoping people will almost watch it and go, oh, I really enjoyed that. But I had no idea that he was in it, because I looked very different, hopefully. And although the characters are in a similar vein, they're still very different from each other.
You got rid of the platinum blonde.
For sure.
Makes a huge difference.
For
I'm
sure.
sure it's
I'm glad I got
really...
rid of that, definitely.